Photographers Chronicles, episode 32. Let's get to it.
Let's create.
Today we're going to talk about sex and photography. Calm down. Don't get too excited. Before we get started, just want to let you guys know that everything I'm going to say today is pretty much going to be my own opinion. Once you get too worked up about it, I'll take it too seriously. I kind of want to say hot take, but nah. I'm tired of hearing that. I think we all can agree in this day and age that sex is a big part of what's going on in photography, and not only photography, but also social media, and just as a ways to attract attention to your work. There's nothing wrong with this. However, I do think that photographers and videographers have to be careful about how they present their work and their aim for their work, as far as if they actually want to be taken seriously as a photographer. And also from a point of view of trying to challenge yourself as far as trying to get stronger in your skill set. In my opinion, I feel like it's very easy to attract people to your work by having somebody scantily clothed or having provocative poses or anything from that point of view. However, I think that the execution is also very important. Boudoir, for example. Usually when you think about boudoir, you're thinking about nightwear, underwear, or lingerie, maybe appearance of no clothes. That's something of that nature from that point of view. I think that sometimes what's a good thing to try to do is do something with your work that takes away from what the obvious is. And what I mean is that photographers that I really admire the most are the ones who basically would take a principle but pull you away from the principle, or pull you away from the obvious. And for example, instead of making the lack of clothes the focal point, maybe focus on the details of the eyes, or maybe water drops on the body and make sure they're that highly focused. Make it very personal to where, yeah, it's boudoir, but it's not so much about somebody being half naked. Another way is just also trying to make your model or your client take away from that by actually, you want to demonstrate their personality. Whether it's having them smiling and having a good time, not so much posing, maybe candid. Just something by way of trying to make it to where the actual not having clothes on isn't the focal point. And just looking at it from a professional point of view, I think personally for me, whenever I'm doing those kind of photo shoots, I want to be appreciated for the work that I'm able to do. Don't mind my light going out back there. We just gonna ride with what we got. So what I mean basically is that when you have people who are fans of your work or just clients, are they coming to see what you've put together because your work is quality? Or are they coming to see just you always have half-naked women on your timeline? I think that to me, it would make me feel like I don't know if my work is truly appreciated. Are people just coming because I'm doing things that are considered to be taboo? And that's why I think execution is very important. Your personal style, the way that you do things. You want to make sure that you are appreciated for the body of work, not just because you're presenting something interesting as far as something being taboo versus actually, oh man, this guy's really good at what he does. Or man, I just love the way the lady, she just lights her models up. And I think don't get me wrong, I know everybody says niche down, I get that. But I think that sometimes it's important to be able to do other things, other types of photography, because for one, it makes you better at what you do. But also just to show people that you are pretty dynamic. What you're able to do. It's not the fact of I'm showing naked women all the time. It's the fact that, no, I do this. Like that, I got my boudoir over here, but hey, here's some headshots too. You know what I mean? And that may not be the best thing to follow from a business point of view, but I tell anybody, me personally, I consider myself an artist. So I'm always going to do things to try to push the button on trying to get better at what I do. And I want to be as fluid as possible. Or let's just be honest too, from a customer's point of view, as far as models and clients, when you guys are out here choosing your photographers, make sure that you really are just checking their work out to see what their aim is. And what I mean is you pretty much can look at a body of work and tell if a person is really serious and dedicated to the work and the skill, or it seems to be they're just pretty much interested in just being around a bunch of half-naked women all the time. To me, it's very obvious. To me, it's obvious because you can look at the skill set, look at how well they execute, versus just throwing something together on repeat. That's pretty much all I got to say. It's short and sweet today. Let me also say this too. Just dealing with this industry and being around that genre, ladies, fellas, anytime you go and do photo shoots like this, please make sure that you, like I said, vet your photographers out, vet the crews out, just to make sure that they are serious about what they're doing and they handle things in a respectful manner, in a legal manner. And make sure you take somebody with you. Make sure somebody always knows where you are. Sadly, this industry is what it is. You got a lot of predators out here, so just make sure that you are doing your due diligence when you're choosing your photographers. Anybody that you could work with in this particular genre. And as always, I appreciate you guys still rocking with me. If you have any comments or anything you'd like to add, please drop it down in the comments for me. I'll definitely get back with you on those. Not only here to try to educate, but also I'm still trying to learn myself. So y'all be easy.